Hi. It's October 6th and it is Tuesday, so it's been 2 weeks since my surgery. I went and did my first post-op visit and I am down 12 pounds. Woo! I feel terrific. Um, my little wounds are almost healed up. It feels kind of strange having a little bump where the port is, but I'll learn to live with that. Um, Pants are a little bit looser, little things, but you can't really tell. Of course, in your face, they see that immediately. Let's see. I'm on real food now, but real small pieces. Um, I'm hungry, but I've learned the difference between a bow sound and a hunger pang. And I'm doing well with my protein first. Protein, protein, protein. I found this really cool cup. Here it is. It's great. It's called the Blender Bottle, and I got it at the Vitamin Shoppe. This has my little to-go iced tea stuff in it. Push my cap, maybe I can get you to see why I love it. See in there is this little wire ball. So when you want to make a protein shake, you just stick everything in there, and the little ball keeps from getting all clumped up. And you know how it separates sometimes? Well, it helps that too. That down. I started on my Wii exercise workout. Doctor said don't get Wii-itis. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's really fun. You get the hula hoop and things like that. Um, I'm trying still to get used to the quantity of food. I mean, you feel full real quick, but it just doesn't seem to hold long enough. Um, I love spices, and you're not supposed to really use a lot of spices. Couldn't quite figure out why, except maybe I thought irritation of the stomach, but that's not it. The reason they tell you not to have spices is because, spicy hot. It makes you thirsty, and you cannot drink a half hour before, a half hour after, so it gets a little hot in your mouth, and you're really thirsty. And back up off the salt, that makes you thirsty too. Um, I have been taking off two of my medications, heart medication and diabetic medication, although I do have insulin for when my sugars do go high, which confused me because if I'm not taking in an abundant amount of sugar, why would I have sugar increases as I did and do? But in being explained it to me, it's a disorder in a way that your sugars are extremely high in the morning. Like this morning, mine was well over 300. So, whoop, up that insulin. Um, but I'm not taking it in. I'm going to assume that it's the fats and things breaking down in my system that's producing the sugars, and I'm just not metabolizing them properly. But hopefully, we won't have to take that insulin much longer. Uh, my life has been good. I have a great support mechanism. The people that I work um, in the plaza with me, um, it's a little odd because they're every day looking at me, waiting to see some big, gigantic weight loss in a very short amount of time, and you explain to them that no, it's a life changing process. I don't think they get that, but all in all, I feel pretty good. Mentally, it's interesting. Oh, there's a book, and of course, I'm always going to tell you about books because I own a bookstore, of course. For some odd reason, I don't have a lot of time to leisure read, as we call it, because I'm always bogged down with other things. Plus, I teach a couple of classes, so I'm constantly studying, preparing for those. But it's by Dr. Wayne Dyer. It's called Excuses Be Gone. If you get an opportunity to get this book, please get it. It's really helping me a lot. I read, although I could read the whole book maybe in 2 days. I prefer to read it, and I am reading it one chapter at a time, and then evaluating what I've read. It's a fabulous book. It talks about how our life we've made excuses such as that's just the way I am, I was raised that way, blah, blah, blah. And we basically make excuses for the way that we are. Obesity being one of them. And this is not true. And it's a process that takes, that he guides you through, that takes you from taking those excuses and making them into choices. The one particular thing that I found extremely helpful, and I must say I use it at least 4 times a day, if not more. Okay, let's say 20 times a day. And that is when we see a piece of cake or something, we just want to dive into it. Although we know, being banded, that we're not going to be able to do that. Um, well, we can, but it's really cheating, and it's not what we paid for, and it's not what we want in our lives. We don't want to have just a piece of plastic, as my doctor says. And it takes those excuses in terms of the choices in the book. And the one thing that I found that I always constantly say is, I already know how you taste. And when I say that, it mentally clicks. I already know what that piece of cake tastes like. And you know what? It may be a different flavor, but I know what that cake tastes like. Or I know what, certain things that I just can't have at this point in time in my life and may never. I already have had them, so it does help a lot. So if you do get the opportunity to get Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Excuses Be Gone, do yourself a really good favor and pick that up and savor it. Other than that, not too much else going on. Um, I'll update you again next doctor visit, or of course if something else comes along and that needs to be done. Thank you so much.